Good morning, guys. Another morning in the parking lot. Today I could have worn black, but I wanted to wear pink because I wanted to celebrate the life of two women. This week has been a pretty heavy week for me. And I haven't really talked about it, but I was like, you know what? Yesterday I was like, I'm going to talk about it. It's going to make me feel good, and maybe it's going to make somebody feel good somewhere, whoever may watch the video. So exactly on the 13th of July, 2023, I arrived in Florida in the most difficult situation from Africa, where we stayed 3 years during COVID. My ex-husband had a contract there, and during a safari and living in Tanzania, I caught a parasite, a pretty bad parasite, and this parasite entered my body. It was beating me nonstop from head to toe in the most crazy parts of the body, because it's a microscopic parasite. It's not a gut parasite. It goes through the skin, penetrates the skin, stays on the skin, lives on the skin, and also, I guess, drops some bacteria that affects your immune system. So it's a cousin of the tick, and it was extremely difficult to find out what it was. All we could see was the symptoms, the breakdown of my immune system, the drastic loss of weight that I had. And during this journey, because we went to see so many doctors, it's a vet who was able to discover what I had, because apparently it was something very common with animals, but the science until today doesn't recognize that they can transfer from animals to human. Being warm-blooded, it seems like science still doesn't recognize it. A little bit like at the beginning when ticks started attacking humans. So it's similar. Apparently I had something called the tropical foul mites. That's what was in me. And when I tell you it's invisible, it's an attack on your body. Monsters, critters, attacking you at night, so you losing your sleep, and the pain is so atrocious. And it's millions of them on your body. They're attacking you, multiplying. Yes, so it's millions of them, and they bite you constantly, morning, but the most at night, because they are not nocturnal. So it would be during the morning, afternoon, and at night. And what happened is that you are so exhausted of being bitten everywhere. I mean, they loved my hair, so that's why I had to shave my hair, which was pretty traumatic for a woman. I had to shave my hair, but it didn't do anything because they were in the pores of my skin. But of course they were hiding in my hair, but they were inside. And they go to your ears, they go to your nose, they go in your mouth, they go in your private parts, everywhere. Your feet, your toes, under your nail bed. They used to love being in my nail bed. And you know how sensitive, nerves are around the fingertips. It was so bad, so bad. So anyways, it's in that moment that my ex-husband decided to ask for divorce, because the problem is that they're very contagious. They go everywhere. They're microscopic, so they can be in your car, in your shoes, in your socks, in your underwear. You have to put everything in plastic. What we did is that we burned all my belongings, everything, before leaving Africa, everything, because after going to Kenya, South Africa, Ivory Coast, going and see scientists, doctors, there's only one doctor, and I know it was God sent, because it happened when I dreamt at night. Something told me, go on Facebook, find skin diseases, And I went and I searched because I couldn't sleep at night. Everybody was sleeping, but I was searching for my medicine, searching for my answer, because I was like, who can live like this? You know, people thought I was crazy, suddenly shaving my hair and then losing so much weight. They were wondering, what did I have? Some thought it was cancer. Others thought it was, God knows. But anyways, I didn't want to talk about it. And most of the people in the group, and I'm not going to mention the group for now, even though I think it would be good to mention the group so maybe people could give donations for research. I really don't know. But put a light into that problem, you know. Anyways, people don't talk about it because you will get isolated. You could be fired from your workplace because you bringing with you a plague, literally a plague. Everywhere you go, I couldn't go anymore to the restaurant. I didn't hug my son for 2 years. And of course, I couldn't sleep with my husband and I couldn't stay in the same bed as him. He did feel them, lucky him, but somehow his immune system, they didn't latch on him. Apparently, they like immunodeprive immune system, and I know that I was down because of a legal battle that we went through before COVID when we were living in New York City. That really took all my energy. I was completely down, and I thought going to Africa, having this contract gonna reboot us, and it didn't. It was even worse. It became worse. And I think it was a sign of God, because God wanted me to actually leave my marriage, leave everything behind, restart from zero. He was taking me on a journey on this desert, and I had to surrender and believe that I could be where I'm at today. Look at me today. So anyways, we came from Africa. It was time to divorce. He couldn't take anymore the marriage, and I totally understand. And wherever he is, I send him love. That's all I'm sending him, love and peace and happiness. But anyways, we came to New York on the 13th of July and were divorced. And then a couple of hours later, I was on my on the plane to come to Sarasota, where I found a doctor through this group. And one of the ladies in the group said, there is a doctor in Sarasota. She's a herbalist. She's a naturopath. She doesn't use modern medicine. She's gonna optimize your immune system, and these monsters seems to latch on bad immune system, not the good ones. Immunodeprived or very low frequency, because I think it's even spiritual, low frequency bodies that are ready to, be sick. So I called this doctor from Africa, and I said, I'm coming to divorce, and I'm entering this war. You are my only option. And she said, please come to Sarasota. We're going to start a treatment. I know what you're going through. You are not crazy. I'm aware of the problem. I'm aware of the group. Come and stay in Sarasota. And I was like, I don't know anyone in Sarasota. And she said, it's okay. I'm going to be here for you. And not everybody can afford that treatment, because between the IVs and the change of diet to just optimize. That's why when people are like, why do you like organic stuff? Why don't you like to use the microwave? Why do you drink a certain type of water? Why, like, I try to, and I'm bad again. I eat bad stuff because it tastes good. But I remember my doctor being like, you're gonna have to change your whole life, your whole dietary system. Water is so important. She used to give me these oxygen drops for the water. I mean, everything to optimize my immune system, to make my body, which was a fertile ground for this beast, turn it into something so healthy that they're like, ooh, I don't like the taste of the blood. I gotta go. So anyhow, I am free from them. And it was right before I started at the salon. Before that, I had to work because it was costing me so much money, and I was so skinny, I was so bony, but I still got hired, and I didn't tell anyone what I was going through, and I could feel them running through my face, in my ears, in my neck, in my body. They love to bite the nipples, your boobs' nipples. I mean, it's just insane. My hands, I didn't want to shake people's hands. I wouldn't give too much hugs. Or if it was a hug, it was so quick. And but anyways, I wanted to make this video to say rest in peace to this woman. I'm not going to say her name. And also to Ayana Tesfa, rest in peace. Finding out that you passed away today, it puts me back into that moment, because it's a celebration. This week is a celebration of my divorce, the 13th of July, celebration of me being able to do it without my ex. You know, in the lowest time of my life, this is when he decided to go his way. Instead of maybe divorcing, but take me to Sarasota, being here with the doctor and everything. And I was so sad about that. I was so upset. And now I'm like, why? Why? God was with me. I don't have to rely on any man. God was with me. And today I want to lose weight. This is what's crazy. And God gave me a wonderful job again, and push my passion, writing and teaching French, and life couldn't be better. But I remember I would pray, like, God, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to learn from this? Whatever you want, I will change my life. And I heard, talk about me. Talk about me. Surround yourself with the right people. It's called ministry. Don't give your body anymore, like go date, sleep with a man, stay pure, stay sanctified. Connect with me, connect with people that carry my light, and if they don't, go and preach, speak. And that's why when people are like, do you feel like you have a mission in life? I'm like, yes. I'm delusional enough to believe that I have a mission in life. And this mission is to preach the gospel. This mission is to stay positive as much as possible. This mission is to self-examine myself, is to talk with people, connect with people, and wait for the right partner, for my divine partner, because I believe he exists somewhere. It's just a matter of being prepared to meet each other as two souls, and for him to understand me. I have so much to unpack, and we all do, but when you face death, or when you face jail, or you are in proximity to that, your life changes. When you know that you only have God that can save your situation, your life changes. I always say that people change when they face sickness, jail, or death. These are the three things that will be a shift in your life. So I'm celebrating the death of two friends, the death of this woman who had the same thing like me, and she couldn't take it, and I get it. I get it. It's a fight, and I dedicate this video to the people of the Mites group on Facebook, and the ones that I love, and I send strength to. And keep on living, even when it's hard, and speak. It doesn't matter if people are afraid of what you have, or they don't want you to approach them because they feel like you might be too contagious. It's okay. Be a light. I want to And the truth is, I'm not sad. I'm not sad. Because she would always say, we fall, we break the pieces, we pick them up, and we go back to war. And I think that's what I've been doing. Even putting the videos out there is because I believe. I don't know what's gonna happen with those videos, but it helps me. It's my therapy, and I share it. Because for a very long time, I felt like I was muzzled. I couldn't speak what I was going through, and I still haven't even tapped. And we were each other emotional support. I haven't even tapped yet in all the traumas that I've been going through, and we don't have to remain there. We can revisit the traumas and then move on. And I'm on my way for moving on. I want to leave an impact, but not as me leaving an impact, but really how God has been wonderful and how miracles happens. And I want to leave my passions, because I have a few. And then I want to build my home again, because I burned everything and we sold everything. I came back with nothing but one suitcase to Sarasota. I don't even have my pictures, album pictures. I don't have everything you see me wear. Everything I have is brand new. And it's beautiful, because when God wants to clean you up, restart from zero, He will break everything. He will destroy everything to make you brand new, as if you burn again. Tabitha, the red hair girl who works with me, she went through a lot of also difficult things in her life. And she said, we are Phoenix. Just remember that. We are Phoenix. And the person who loves you will be that emotional support, will understand. Not too much, because you cannot drain the people, but He will understand. And He will open up also about His issues and things, because we're not perfect. We're not perfect. We go through a lot of things, whether it's financially, emotionally, physically. We call it testimony. When you have a testimony, you have to share it. It doesn't matter if it's shameful. It doesn't matter if people are gonna judge you. You just have to be authentic with who you are, and that's what I want to try to become. That's what I keep saying to myself every day. I'm becoming. This week was tough. But guess what? I went to the Akon and Neo concert. My friend took me there. And the people have no clue about what I was going through. Same at work. They had no clue. I listened to people telling me things at the shampoo ball. Like one of the girls there, she always says, so what have you heard today? What have you learned from the clients? Because at that point, it's not about me. It's about them feeling good. We are in a business of services, and people want to look good, and we give them good by make them beautiful. Anyway, so this video is for you guys, the two that left us this week. I hope you are angels out there, surrounded by nothing but beauty. And yeah, life is supposed to be lived to the fullest. And I know that one day, I will find my peace. That's what I've been looking for, my peace. And it goes through healing. Healing's all the boo-boos. And then you find peace. You release. Much love.